Hi, I'm Harry Langdon. I'm a celebrity photographer, and today's topic is going to be Donna Summer on the radio. Many of you have been writing and asking me when I'm going to do the backstory to this shot. This shot has so much work involved in it. It isn't just photoshopping now, this is the real thing. And so I'm going to tell you some of the things that went on before we got to this point. Donna and the record company had fortunately, they had a title for the album, which is a big help. And the title suggested her on the radio, which could be literally on the radio, or it could be tuning into a radio, who knows what. But anyway, these sessions are interesting in that nobody realizes that there's not really a serious plan when we do these things. The plan is where to bring Donna and where to have her arrive on time. Then also, where are we going to do the shooting session? In this case, it was Warner Brothers Studio in the Valley, in San Fernando Valley in Los Angeles. And I was chosen as the photographer since I had already done the She Works Hard for Her Money session, which you may all remember. And I had also done the session, which is Sunset People, Bad Girls. Okay, so you all remember that. So a lot of you have been asking about this session though. And so I want to tell you a lot more that went into it. As I said, it was taken on a sound stage. A sound stage is usually quiet, and it was real discreet, and there's no noise or anything. But Donna, this is the setting. It isn't on a stage. What she rented a whole street, a street which was supposed to be Brooklyn and New York, the back street of Brooklyn. And you'll see in a minute the buildings in the back and all that. And so these are the cars that she rented to give it like a period feeling, maybe the 30s. And this was the crew. There's a lot of people involved in these sessions. My crew of 3-4 people, plus there's the people from the studio were there. So this is really a big deal. A lot of money was being spent on this session. So what they did, they brought in some big boom boxes. Now these aren't little Bose boxes. These are giant speakers. So Donna insisted on having these put up while we're shooting. She wanted to have the music playing, okay, which I thought, something's wrong with this picture. So they cranked up the music and got it going. And so this is about 10 o'clock in the morning. We had gotten our set ready and everything. And so, but Donna wasn't on time this day. Donna didn't arrive until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which got us all a little bit nervous, but we could handle it because it's Donna Summer. And so this is a shot of myself over here with my crew, and this is a reflector, you know, the reflectors, and there's Donna beginning to do her performance with one of the cars, and this is the beginning of the shooting session. And in the background, though, you'll see the apartment building. They're all fake apartment buildings and street scene. It was a beautiful street scene. You can imagine what this must have cost the record company. But it was Donna Summer, and it was on the radio and all that. And so we went on, and here's myself at a little younger age. And there's me directing Donna. For you photography buffs out there, I was using a Hasselblad, which is a big expensive camera, but it was real important for these kind of album covers, usually square. And so Hasselblads shoot square images so that it works well for their art department. So that's me directing, and then here's a shot right after that of Donna and I laughing, and as though we're really having a good time, but Donna was extremely late and the sun was setting. So plus it was one of those days in Los Angeles that was real smoggy. I don't know if you guys know what smog is. It's almost disappeared now, but it was smoggy and it was really, really hot. And so you'll see, this is, we literally did get a radio out here and put Donna Summer on the radio. And this was one of her assistants dressed up like a waiter. Okay, so this is really cute, and Donna's acting and performing and did the whole thing. This was really working really good. We're kind of capturing the mood of the music and the theme of the music. And so this was very successful up to this point. And there was also, Donna had an idea of bringing one of these old 1930s cars with a rumble seat in the back. And in the back, she had them paint Harry's on it's like an ice cream shot, okay? This is all clean, you know, conservative, real fun stuff that kind of went on with the music. The music was very uplifting and really high music. And so that's a shot of her. This is like a lot of people's favorites. And quite often she's singing all the time. We're doing a shooting session, kind of singing along with the music. Just a blast photographing Donna. You would really have to be there. It was very, very entertaining. But now the sun was beginning to set on this session. The sun was beginning to set on Warner Brothers' back lot. The setting, and we had to have the studio, Warner Brothers, Donna had to have them bring out lights to light up the buildings. You can imagine what this must have cost. The Warner Brothers gaffers and lighting people, this was after 4 o'clock, so they're all charging like quadruple time to put the lights up. This is just a little bit of interesting information. And so this is another idea Donna had, was standing up here with the guy on the steps, and it all sort of fit in with the music. And so, but to go on with it, by this time we thought maybe we should get a nice group shot of everybody that was there. So this is always a very important thing. There's Donna's lying down on top of the big old Packard touring sedan, and there's all the participants. And so now right at the end though, now it's nighttime, and I'm really worried. We hadn't gotten like a prize-winning total Knock 'em Dead album cover yet. I didn't think, I don't want to tell, okay. So after I did the shot with Donna, we were by ourselves. I said, Donna, let's make a deal, okay? This is a real epiphany that I had, a brainstorm. Now, money is no object here. I said, Donna, let's do this. Why don't we go back into my studio tomorrow, and we'll have controlled conditions, we'll have a radio, and how about that, Donna? Come on, I won't even charge you for tomorrow's session, but it would be worth it to me to do really a knocked out photo session in my studio with the lights and all that stuff. So she said, okay, how about that? What time? I said, well, be there at 10 o'clock with your makeup and everything. Okay, so we made a deal at this point. And so at this point, we shifted over to working in my studio. You know, this is the next day. This is in the 70s now that we're working. And so this was fun for me because now we're under control. It wasn't smoggy, nice air conditioning, controlled lighting and everything. And so we went out and got another radio, and we predictably, but a nice radio. Overnight, I had my assistants create this set. What we did was this blue seamless background, and you all know what seamlesses are, and we got some tough lock stuck to cardboard, and I myself, with an X-Acto knife, by the way, went and cut these outlines of a city freehand, under pressure. Now, by now, remember, it's that same night after we had done the shooting at Warner Brothers, same night. Now we're into like 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, and we're making the set that would work for tomorrow's shooting session when Donna arrives. And so we lit up the radio, we put a shiny floor in, and see these little stars in the background? What we did was we went out, it was still, the stores were open. We went to the fabric store, we got a bunch of huge rhinestones, that, you know, real big ones, like 50-cent size rhinestone, and had my assistant put some glue on the back of them, you know, rubber cement or something, and we stuck rhinestones to this blue background, and I thought it was quite effective. I thought it was a real good brainstorm I came up with it. Remember, there's no art director. The art director was me, and so I don't want to be bragging, but you know, I was coming up at the last minute with a real brainstorm. So my assistants were there. I was using the same assistants all the time that we used out on the Warner Brothers lot, and Mark and you know, these are assistants I was using at that time. So we took a quick shot of them back there. They're all really exhausted at this point, okay? They may not look exhausted, but by now we're all exhausted. Now the next day came, and in comes Donna. Donna brought her own wardrobe, by the way. These are funky dresses and stuff that she gets at thrift stores. And they're really effective, and they fit her really good, but they're used clothes. And she does her own makeup, does her own hair, and she's quite adept at just creating this really groovy, special signature glamour that Donna has. And so this is one of the first shots we did with the radio, and then we went on shooting other poses with the radio. It was real easy for her to lean on the radio, and this is some titles that were on this particular shot. Put a magenta gel on the background to kind of give it a real edgy look. By now, this is the 70s, so we're still doing a lot of kind of unique ideas, pushing the envelope. So then Donna got up on the radio. Okay, now here we go. We're getting up to the final stages of Donna on the radio. And it was, now remember, the music is blaring. I've got my own boom boxes in my studio. And so it became a lot of fun. Everybody forgot how exhausted they were. And so, because when you do real creative work, you sort of forget how tired you are. Plus, this Donna Summer, it just overrules any kind of fatigue. As Donna, again, having fun. Really a nice close-up of her, which you guys have all seen probably on the internet by now. This is a pretty famous shot that you guys will see all over the internet. And Donna brought this cute little hat, and she's tuning in the radio, and went right with the whole theme of her music. And so this was getting close to the end of the session, and she did this one. This is a pretty famous shot now. And so that turned out to be really a brilliant session, I thought, if I must say so myself. And so this is how the album cover came out. She kind of kicked her shoe half off. And so it was extremely successful. Donna Summer session, as they all seem to be, because Donna is very creative, I'm very creative, and we had a synchronicity, for want of a big word, okay, together where we generated this super creativity. And so I really love this album. It was really a big hit, and still is a big hit. Now, if you want to see more Donna Summer pictures, which all your fans out there really want to, and so you can go onto my website, which is www.harrylangdon.com. I've got a book that is for sale on Amazon Books. Just look it up. It's Harry Langdon's Hollywood. I've also, you can, tune into different places. I'm on the internet, and so I would really appreciate it, though, if you write comments and your likes, and all that, and I'll try to respond to all of them. And so
email you for pictures?
Yeah, my email address, by the way, if you want to email me directly, is click CLICK at earthlink.net. Okay, and that way you can get right through to me, and I almost always respond. Anyway, thanks for tuning in again. Look forward to more Donna Summer segments as well as some other ones. And thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.